Hi guys, it's Miss Katie, and for this month's Take and Make, we're gonna make cute little chameleons out of pipe cleaners. And this Take and Make has a theme, or it's based off the book A Color of His Own by Leo Leone, where this one little chameleon just wants to have a color of his own. Because every time he's by something or on something, he changes to that color. So that's why your chameleon could be any color. It could be orange, it could be green, it could be blue or pink or purple. And I'm going to show you how to make one. Let's go. In your Take and Make bag, you should have these materials. You should have 2 wiggly eyes, 2 very long pipe cleaners, one for the body and one for the head. You should have 2 smaller pipe cleaners for the legs. And then you should have the tongue. And with just these materials, you'll be able to make a cute chameleon. Let's begin. So your first step is you're going to take one of your very long pipe cleaners and you're going to bend it in half. Once you bend it in half, you're going to take one of the sides and you're going to wrap it around the other to create a loop, which is going to be your head. And you're going to continue to wrap around that loop to give it the full effect. I missed a spot. And there you have his head. And then you're going to leave this rest for his body. So this is going to be his body where you're going to attach his legs in his center. And then this is his tail. So let's move on to part 2. For part 2, you're going to take your other very long pipe cleaner and you're going to either take a marker or a pen. The only difference is if you take the marker, his insides or his stomach is going to be a little bit bigger, or if you use a pen, it's going to be a little bit smaller. I particularly like the pen, but you could use whichever. And you're going to wrap it very, very tightly around the pen. You could also use a pencil, anything that'll give you the spiral shape. And you just keep wrapping and wrapping until the whole entire pipe cleaner is a little coil. You're going to squish it together to make sure that it's super tight to create his stomach. And that is step 2. Moving on to step 3. So for step 3, you're going to assemble him. This is the part where your chameleon goes from pipe cleaners to an actual chameleon. So you're going to need your 2 small pipe cleaners for the legs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your body and your stomach and you're going to kind of feed it through your coil. So in and out, in and out. Just so it's attached. And then you're going to pull, pull, pull all the way to his head. You'll have to do some adjusting. Whoop. I just squished him. But that's okay, because that's what's cool about pipe cleaners is that if you adjust them a little bit, they'll go back to the original shape. So you kind of work around with him, give him a neck, a body, and then make sure he has a good backside. Okay. So there we have it. We have our head and his body. So now you're probably wondering, where do the legs go? So you're going to take a leg and you're going to put it between the first loop. So this is the loop of his body right here. And this is his head. So you're going to separate that and you're going to wrap his legs around once to form a knot or a tie. Maybe it's caught. And then you're gonna bend his legs for his little feet. And you're gonna adjust him back. So he has his front legs. Now we're gonna do his back. So you're gonna separate the back loop, and you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the first legs to the back legs. So you're gonna center it, and then you're gonna wrap it around. And then you're going to bend his leg, and then bend his other leg, and then fix him up. And then you have his legs. There you go. So with his tail, you're probably wondering, now you're gonna curl it. You're gonna curl it and curl it. It can go either under or over, doesn't matter. And there we have his body. So we have his head, his stomach, his body, his little legs, and his little tail. And now we're gonna move on to the last step. We're gonna add the finishing touches. So for your finishing touches, this is where your wiggly eyes and your tongue comes in. So we're gonna do the tongue first. So you can either make it really, really wiggly, or you can just leave a knot at the end, because all chameleons have a kind of scoop tongue at the end that helps them catch their food. Chameleons like crickets and worms. And there's our tongue. So what you're gonna do is you're going to feed it somehow into your chameleon. You're gonna find an opening and you're gonna just shove it in there, because the pipe cleaners, they'll connect to each other, they'll stick to each other, and that'll help his tongue. So there's his tongue. So now we're gonna add the wiggly eyes, because it's better to see you with, my dear. So you're just gonna need wiggly eyes, and you're gonna need glue. And you're just gonna glue your wiggly eyes on. If my glue would like to come out. Have you ever opened a glue bottle that's not new and you tipped it over and the glue actually came out when you wanted it to? All right, there we go. We're getting some glue. So once you glue, you're gonna stick it on. There's our one little eyeball. Now he just needs one more. Or you can give him an eye patch and it could be a one-eyed chameleon with a past. But this chameleon's gonna have 2 eyeballs. Maybe if this glue wants to come out. There we go. Da 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 da. And there you have it. Your cute little chameleon. I'm starting an army of chameleons. But they're so much fun to make, and I hope you have fun doing it as well.